Right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
It's going to come out. You
Does
won't stay
the
there.
store hold on?
No, two buses we've got here.
Now come right round this side over here.
Right, thank you.
Gonna make you walk a
You're
long
making
way.
a long
Right.
visit for me, aren't you? She's jumped the queue, mister.
Yeah, that's right. You have to sit on the second row.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm going to take my cardigan
You
off.
two ladies
That's
sit
right.
back here, eh?
Yes.
Second row. Second and take it from my bag.
I thought it was for the Zimmers.
Why should we
I thought this seat was for the people with the Zimmers, yes.
Esther, come here.
I
Esther.
just wanted to make stand here.
Sylvie.
Just there, just turn around. In fact, are there anybody else?
Seat here.
How many other wheelchairs are there? One more. Well, yeah, we have to move them both back.
Yeah, just sit here. No. Laura, at the back.
You don't even have to go a long way.
There we go. How'd you all get to be so beautiful? All right. Everybody look at me. Say cheese. Cheese.
I can't believe that I'm that age. Can't believe it. I'm over 90. Yes, I don't feel it. That's the thing. Don't feel it at all.
I was very young when I came here, 16. We didn't come to England just for joy, to run away from trouble.
I haven't got any more people in Germany.
They took me across the border, my father and my mother, by us on a car. I was saying to my father, oh, it's lovely smell, the lilac smell. And it was the lovely smell from the lilac. So he jumped up and he gave me a bit of lilac to smell. But I'll never forget things like that.
What did your parents call you, your first name?
Itugusha.
Where did that come from?
Polish. Itugusha. Ito. Like you say, ito, I can't explain to you. Itugusha. Gusha is a shin. Itugusha. Like you say, ito. In English. But I never went to school. But I learned mostly in Poland, my Jewish religion, which gave me a lot. I learned all my what necessary in life to get on with. I knew what life was because my parents were very Orthodox and they sent me to Jewish school. That was a lot to me. I can go to any synagogue and any prayer you say, I'll know what to answer you. I'm not lost.
We kindle these lights on account of the miracles, the deliverances and the wonders which thou didst work for our fathers by means of thy holy priests. During all the 8 days of Hanukkah, these lights are sacred. Neither is it permitted us to make any profane use of them, but we are only to look at them, in order that we may give thanks unto thy name for thy miracles, thy deliverances, and thy wonders. Moed Yeshua si v'chano v'shabeach.
I was born in Poland. Yeah, I was born in Poland. And came here. I was very young, matter of a few years old, that's all. Maybe 4, 3, something like that. I could never speak Polish. My parents spoke Polish, because they were there.
Were you a religious family? You were a religious family?
Oh, talk about religion. Oh, God. Very, very, very religious. See, in Poland that was. Even here, when we came here, you see, it was my parents that were very religious. My mother, God rest her soul, was a very, very religious woman. See, and now it's all done away with. But years and years ago, some of them still do. They used to wear, the women used to wear a false, what do you call them? A false hair, a wig. They used to wear wigs. Used to go to the hairdresser. There were special hairdressers that made these wigs, beautiful wigs. They used to make them, you wouldn't think they were even wigs. Used to make them beautifully. They were well taught, those women that did that work. There were shops everywhere with them, and every woman that you saw wore one.
My father was studying to be a solicitor, but his father died. He had a shoe factory in Graz in Schlesien. I think they had over 80 people employed. And as he was the oldest son, he had to take over the factory. But it didn't work out. He had no idea, and very soon, I think a year after, it went, what you would say, bankrott. No, my mother was very well off. She had 2 cook and a maid, so she had a good life.
So you were rich?
They were very well off, yes.
And what was your house like?
Hmm?
When you were a child, what was your house like?
Can't remember. No. I remember not 2 names from staff, very funny enough. We had. I can't remember, I can't lose their names, I always remember.
What were they?
Hmm?
What were they called?
Marty was a housemaid and Miss Brown was the for the trip for us.
So did you enjoy your childhood? Did you have
Yes
friends?
and yes and no, I think. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't think I was a very happy child.
Devo dire, ma l'exil,
When you came over on your own? On the boat?
On a boat, yes. And I had a brother in London, in Commercial Road. He had a leather shop. He sent for me because my sister now was expecting a baby. And I was a youngster. He thought he'll have a good nanny for the baby. But he said to me, and I was staying with him for a few weeks, he said, "You're all right, you're in the right place." But I wasn't. I was very upset because I wanted to do something what I knew from Poland. We were dressmakers. My sister was Sholem, used to make dresses, and I used to see the way she was doing, and I learned it from her. She was older than I am.
So did you write to your parents to tell them
Oh, yes.
how bad your brother
Oh,
was?
no. He used to come up quickly and read the letters and tear the letters up. He wouldn't let me send the letter. My parents shouldn't know what's going on. I had a hell of a life. I don't know. Thank you very much. I'm with you. Sure.
Darling, can you speak a bit louder?
No, I understand.
I can't hear a word.
Was his soul?
No, I'll repeat the question. Rachel died in childbirth after delivering which son?
Elijah?
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 No. We've had this name before.
And
No.
the baby was brought up by somebody
What
else.
name? Benjamin?
That's right.
She died in birth.
Yes.
What name was it?
Benjamin.
I said
Okay.
Benjamin.
Yes. She died in birth.
Name 2 biblical twin brothers.
Right.
Saul and Esau? I don't know much about the Bible.
Well, you did now, but you can
Anyone know? Jacob and Esau.
Esau.
Sorry, I didn't know them.
See, I told you you don't know everything.
I'm bleeding sure I
What
don't.
trio of foods constitutes one traditional Jewish Sunday brunch?
Smoke some bagels.
Bagels?
Smoke some
Bagels?
Yeah, and another thing as well.
Huh?
Cream cheese.
That's right, yeah.
Bagels?
Yeah.
That was a guess.
Okay, what is the Yiddish word for pig?
What?
Chaza.
Pig.
Chaza.
Got
Oh,
it.
she's a piece of sugar.
No, she
Wasn't
got
very
it.
hard.
How do you pronounce it?
Pardon?
Say it again, Lily.
Chaza.
Which king of Babylon captured and destroyed Jerusalem in 586 BCE?
I wasn't there, dear. I can't forget.
It's history.
So tell me about your home when you first came and you lived with your parents.
Yeah.
What was your home like?
Well, what do you mean, what was my home
Was
like?
it big?
A home is a home.
Was it big or small?
Hmm?
How many bedrooms did you have?
How many bedrooms? One. You had one bedroom and a living room. And then there was a little bit at the side, you know, added on. Things were really tough. When we came that time, we didn't find it hard because my father, God rest his soul, was alive, and he went to work. He worked, and then later on, my brother, became a young man. He went to work.
How many children do you think your mother had?
God knows, she had about 9, but all I can remember was 3. Because they had as the children came, they came. That's all there was to it. It wasn't like today. You're pregnant, you go away and you do away with it. They didn't know of it in those days. Wasn't heard of.
Your mother was a midwife.
Yeah.
And she was away a lot.
She was away a lot, yes, but she was also at home as well. I mean, you didn't go every week, you know. She used to go away for a fortnight. And we kept house. The eldest daughter looked after everything. And we kept house.
So did your father look after you when your mother went to be a
no,
midwife?
he never looked after anybody. Looked after himself. He didn't look after anybody else. He wasn't concerned with anybody else. He was only concerned with himself. Would you recognise me there? When I was a young woman. I got married when I was 18. The baby was born when I was 19. She's about 2 there, so I was about 21. Well, that hat. Well, they don't wear them like that now, do they? Lovely hat it was, cost a lot of money. It was a nice hat. Expensive. Yeah, look at me there. Oh, my husband with his high hat on. I'm laughing, my husband with his high hat on. Oh, that's me. That's one of the boys. Yeah, we're away on holiday. Looks like seaside, doesn't it?
Mary, je frame, dat is wel vol. Je frame.
Thank you very much.
Dictators. But they can't take both. Leave your stick and take your Zimmer. All dictators. The show must go on.
You shouldn't have slept me.
She always sits there over there.
What would you as a bloke then?
Yeah, she usually sits there.
Don't talk.
They sit on the other side.
Can't make no friends with anybody here. You've got to be very, very careful. They're very nice to everybody. But of course, some grumble. Some people are not used to it. You make up your mind, you can be at your content. If you're not happy, nobody can help you.
Bessie, can you pass me your bowl, darling? Your bowl, the soup bowl. No, wait, I'll come this time.
I don't want any more.
Yeah, put it here.
Chops, very nice.
Thank you. Very nice. Have it.
Can I get it salt, please?
So how did you meet your husband?
A friend of mine had an operation from an Hungarian doctor, but in a German hospital. And when I visited, I met him. And he looked at me up and down. And I said to him, Doctor, I have nothing to cut off. Then he looked at me and said, can I make from your nose a nasal? That means from your big nose a small one. When I was reading him, I was always sitting so. And my mother always said, take that finger away. Yes, I don't know, but it had something to do with it. So that was it.
You had it done?
I had it done, and we were very friendly. He came to my parents' house. I think my parents thought I'd marry him. I don't know.
What did you think?
I didn't think of it. He was much older than I am. But we were very friendly. Sometimes he was a big musician too. He played fantastic violin. And sometimes in the evening I rang me. They were already in bed, and he played to me. That was one episode. And then he went back to Hungary. Oh, I met my husband. I was looking for a kindergarten teacher and put an advert in. And I had an answer, I'm interested in your work. Would you like to be so kind and tell me more about it? So I wrote back to her, if you're interested in our work, then you better tell me something from yourself. And then she wrote, and I liked her letter. I answered her, and she came and worked for us. And we were very, very friendly. And then her brother was worked in another town in Germany. He looked after difficult boys. When he came to Berlin, he came to see us sometimes, and I wasn't in. And then he said, I must meet that matron who made that home. He had lovely, little dollies and hanging flowers, and it was very nice, our home. Well, anyway, I said, all right, if you want to meet me, invite him for Shabbos. So he came for Shabbos, and became friendly. He looked after our children. He was studying in that time, and he wasn't very well off. So he came every Friday for a meal.
Don't say those words.
Every time. It shocks you. It shocks you.
Is that my good brown? Is that my good brown?
You used to have Friday night Shabbos.
Oh yes, oh yes. I love that Friday night. See? We know Friday evening you've got to have a special meal, you know, and there's something nice. And you sit down, the cloth on the table, always with the cloth on the table Friday night, and it stays over Saturday on the table. After Saturday you can take it off, but Friday you put it on before you light the candles. No, but you light the candles and then you put the
tablecloth.
No, you put the tablecloth on first.
Ah.
Put the tablecloth on, then you put the candles on, then you put the lights on, what we use, candlesticks. I can't think of anything now. Candlesticks you put on. Some people, my mother, God rest her soul, I believe she had four candlesticks on the table. Some people had 6, some people had 3, some people had 2. You did just what you pleased yourself. Everybody did just what they wanted. And you lit the candles before the Sabbath come in. Just before the Sabbath comes in, you light your candles. And they remain that way until they're burnt out. See? And you leave the candlesticks on the table overnight and all day the next day, because you mustn't touch them. So you're not supposed to touch them. So you have to leave them. But all that's all gone, it's all finished. The people today don't know of it. They don't know.
Schenke weten hoog het spelen boeit. Goed je jou pas zo.
Joi ma shishul khulu shma harit baltbam we khalihim joi mishvi malachta shoso wish pas joi mishvi kamalachta shoso weil je wollen him mish joi mishvi sham sam shlachta bol him la sos atu adu shema la kaino mela folam habore pri hagopen atu adu shem ala kaino mela folam.
Mary, how are you?
Good morning, girls.
Morning. Could be worse and could be better.
Now, when it comes to our holiday, when we have to fast, you know, every year, see, that's what you call Yom Kippur, so you have to fast, so you have your meal the evening before, you have a good meal, very, very nice, everything lovely, and that's it. And you don't have anything at all until the following evening. When you come home from the synagogue and they make all the paraphernalia and all the things, then you sit down and you have a damn good meal. See? When they went to the synagogue, they went the whole day. They went in the morning, came home in the evening. Well, we couldn't, young children, we couldn't stay a day without eating, but they couldn't see it. My brother and myself and my sister, we used to get food ready, days before, bits and pieces, and we used to hide it. We used to hide the food in the cupboard. If you don't believe in it, you feel you're not doing any wrong, really. I never felt that I was doing wrong. I was hungry.
How do you feel to be old now?
You accept it all. Though you're crying and screaming doesn't make you any help. You got to accept everything. But I'm praying I should be spared.
How do you feel about yourself physically? Do you
Very
miss
good.
what you used to be like?
Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's not. It all depends. Sometimes I can't hold the paper on my hand. I've got rheumatics. So what should I do? Paper, I can't make a cup of tea of my own. I can't hold it.
Do you remember the things you used to do?
Forget about it. Forget about it, it's gone.
Give me a little and lift. Come on, man, those hands. Come, take your arms up. And lift. Here, go with me. Here. Touch your elbow. Now lift yourself up. And it's over. Come on, Ben. Elbow. Now lift the whole of your body. Come on, a big stretch. Good, lovely. Anywhere you like. And tips of your fingers. And squeeze. Other side. Here comes Yoshi. Come on. Anywhere you like to change direction. Over here. Good. And you change. Both hands. Back of hands meeting and stretch. Take them back. Take it away. Here it is. Okay, again. Stretch. Back. And last time. Right, and swing, and swing, and lift.
What do you have in your room that you like?
Nothing here. Nothing to, I've got nothing to watch television, but no eating now, no drink. They bring me in a cup of tea. I can't say make myself to eat, no. No. But not starving.
So you have lots of visitors? You have visitors?
My son is away, and I'm not in his way because he's with his family. I'm nothing to worry about my son. He's all right, you know. He's got his wife with him, he's got his children. Yes.
For God's sake, throw me down.
I've got two girls. I had a boy, unfortunately, he passed away.
Oh dear.
Lovely fella, married man, two children. He passed away.
Oh, that's a shame.
When I was 14, I left school and I went into tailoring. And I stayed with it till I left. Got married. And that's how I met my husband. because he was a tailor. He was a first-class tailor. I was surprised because he came from Poland, you see, and it appears that in Poland they did it better than here even. He was a very, very nice man, and also a very good man. He would help anybody.
Who set up the Borstal?
The Jewish community. My husband was a fantastic organizer. We had all factories there in that Borstal. Shoemaker, carpenter, everything really. We had land, cows, horses. We had everything.
How many years were you there?
Only 2 years.
That was
And then
all.
the Nazi took it over. Yeah, it was very funny. The boys didn't have, maybe they were political interested before, but not when they were in their home. The teachers were very strict. There were no munition in the house. And one night, they stood before our beds, 3 Nazis. Get up. I want to go through the house. We lived not in the... I can't breathe. We didn't live in the home. That was 10 minutes from us. We lived in a little villa called. And there was another couple, teacher, living. The tailor and his family. Anyway, we went over, went in it, writing this for my husband, with a long pistol in. And then we went through the house, and they found everywhere munition.
You got into trouble because there was all this
They
munition.
took all the boys in the concentration camp, and also the teachers. And the boys said, "We had anything to eat, no breakfast. It doesn't do me good." And I asked one, "Can they have something to eat?" So we made sandwiches, and he stood in the middle and let them run around. And when they cut it, if they catched it with their open mouths, all right. Why not? They were whipped. And you can imagine how many were whipped. And then, after a while, there were all lorries, and they
You want to stop for a minute?
I do remember them. I remember the times. I remember the women, everybody. Yes.
Do you wish you were young again?
No, I don't wish I was young now. No. I've had my time and I'm waiting. That's all. No, I wouldn't like to go over it again. Once is quite enough. It's enough.
Come
I wanna play for my former pal. He runs the local jazz festival. His name is Dexter and he's good news. Something kinda tells me that boy is nursing the blues. Higher, society. Square tail, well, high society. The end of song, beginning of story.